Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the We Call Bank podcast. It's been a while. It's been maybe even 3 months. It's been at least 2, I know for sure, probably 3. The NFL season is full swing. I mean, we're going down the homeward stretch, I guess you could say. There's less games and more games around this part of the season, and we're going to be revisiting our top 10 quarterbacks, trying to rank 10. Our Super Bowl predictions so far, I think in the previous ones I said Niners and Dolphins maybe. I want to say that's what I said, but I can't remember for sure. We'll talk about Trevor Lawrence getting injured. I thought it was going to be worse than it was, but it looks like he might be back in a week or two. 49ers blow out the Eagles. They've also blown out the Cowboys, so does that solidify them as the best team in the league? I mean, the Eagles have lost to the Jets. The Niners have lost to, I don't know, maybe Broncos or somebody like that. They've lost to somebody that's like, I mean, they got 3 losses. So, I mean, I don't know. Where do you go with that? Tyreek Hill, his ridiculous season so far, he's on pace to break 2,000 yards and beat, who is leading? Is it Jerry
Cooper?
Rice?
Oh, no, Cooper was close to it, wasn't he?
But one of those two. But anyways, he's on pace to break the record. He's going to need probably like a 100-ish yard game from here on out per game, which he should have a really good game coming up. And then NBA, when we start watching a little bit more near like half season, we'll start talking about it. But with football on right now, that's kind of the priority. Yeah, they got me into fantasy football, so now I just don't have time. All right. All right, so top 10 quarterbacks. So I'm going to pull up the list, but off the dome, number 1. I mean, you can't put Mahomes at 1 right now. I can anyway. He's playing good. Obviously, he doesn't have weapons besides Travis Kelce, so you got to take that into account. Even though Josh Allen has thrown the most picks in the league, I still feel like I'm going to put him number 1. Call me crazy. Their team doesn't have the best record, but, I mean, Dak could even be in there at 1 right now. I wouldn't even be mad at that. Stroud is playing ridiculous. Brock Purdy probably doesn't have the numbers, but he could even be in the MVP race. So, man, really? Okay, we'll start with the top 5. So, any name that you want to throw in there as I'm saying this, let me know. So, I think Josh Allen's got to be in the top 5. I think, let's see. Josh Allen's got to be in there. Mahomes still has to be in the top 5, probably 5. Burrow, he's out for the season, so I'm not going to rank him in this. Lamar hasn't been putting up crazy numbers, but they're winning. Their defense is playing really good. He could be in there. Jalen, Dak. So I think Dak has to be in the top 5 right now. I think Josh has to be in the top 5 right now. I think Mahomes has to be in the top 5. CJ could be in there.
He's number 1
because of how well he's playing.
CJ is number 1,
but I don't know who he's played, and you could say the same thing about Dallas. They haven't really played anybody with a winning record. So I'll do my top 5 right now. I'm gonna put Dak at 1. I have a little bit of bias towards Josh Allen, but I'm gonna put him at 2. There's so many good ones, man. It's like, where do you go? I'll put CJ at 3. So Dak, Allen, Stroud. I'll go Jalen, and then I'll go Mahomes. So, yeah, that's my 5.
All right. Easily number 1 is C.J. Stroud, bro. I understand they ain't been playing tough competition. Honestly, they really ain't been playing them. But at the same time, these boys, I mean, you got to think about who, he ain't throwing to Tyreek Hill. He's not throwing to all these crazy. He ain't throwing to
He's throwing to good receivers.
He's throwing to Nico Collins. And, I mean, Tank Dell, nice. Unfortunate about him, all that. But, I mean, it's just like, he ain't got the targets like that. But I'll go C.J. Stroud 1, Dak 2. All right. First off, I hate all you Dak haters. All right, especially D. You like the Cowboys, but you hate Dak. But Dak been going crazy. But anyways, number 3, Mahomes. Got to give it to the dog. Number 4, Lamar. Got to give it to him. And number 5, okay. I just want to say this. This is an honorable mention. And I know he, threw 4 picks in 1 game, blah, 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 blah. All right? People going to make mistakes, okay? But honestly, this man, he ain't number 5. He's just an honorable mention. But he has played better than Joe Burrow has played throughout the whole year, and that would be Joshua Dobbs, all right? He's better than Joe Burrow this year. I'm sorry to say it, bro. Joe Burrow had a slow start, and you know what? He's also better than Trevor Lawrence this year. Okay, Trevor Lawrence was dog water due to for the first 9 to 10 weeks, bro. He just started picking up. What is Trevor doing, bro? I wish I would have never picked him up in fantasy. I hate him.
Their team is 8-4.
Hey, they could be what they want to be, bro. They could be what they want to be. Hey, bro, I don't care what they're at. Man,
listen, here's what I'll say. Joshua started off good.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went downhill really quick with the Cardinals. Gets traded. Has a good game against us. Relatively good game. Not really a good game through the air. Pretty much a good game through the legs. And then, he's been all right from there on. 4 picks. Anybody else throwing 4 picks, they're screaming for him to go to the bench. So,
hey, he still had a decent game even with those 4 picks. I'm not going to cap. He still had a decent game even with the 4 picks. Okay, but 5?
You know how crazy that is? He had a decent game, but he had 20 turnovers. He had 30 points, but he had 20 turnovers. He had 50 shot attempts.
But for number 5, and I know, for the people watching this, they going to hate on it, but you got to give it to my dog Kyler, all right? He came back instantly and played great. His first game back, he played great. And then the next game, he led a comeback win. All right? I mean, Kyler, you know what I mean? Kyler's sexy. Just no.
Okay, well, if I hadn't have seen Thursday night's game, I would have said, okay, he's played good.
Yeah,
he beat the Steelers. Okay, he beat a good team. But after I watched the Steelers, no, they're not a good team. They're just not. They have a good defense, but offense, they're down there with the Jets and the Giants. I mean, it's pretty bad.
Who's Steelers?
In which they lost Kenny Pickett, which they changed the coaches. He started to play good in that one game. Then he gets injured. So with Kenny in there, maybe it's a little different. But George Pickens is a diva. Deontay Johnson's a diva. I mean, it's just not going to work out. One of them's going to have to go. Probably both of them going to have to go.
Jalen Warren's the move, though. I'll tell you that. He's just –
I don't know. I love Najee, so I'm going to rock with the Najee train. And, okay, so the 5 that we got left, which you're going to have a couple different 5s left. But my 6 will be Lamar. 6, Lamar. Let's see, where do I want to put Herbert? Who else we got on here? I'm going to put Tua at 7, then Herbert at 8, Purdy at 9, which I would realistically probably put Purdy over those 2, but I'm going to put Purdy at 9. And then who else is playing well? Because they're not on this list. Geno had a really good game against the Cowboys, so y'all want to go with Geno?
For top 10
They've been
QB?
disrespecting Baker, too.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Sam Howell, fam. He's easily.
Yeah,
Sam Howell.
Okay, yeah, Sam definitely. Sam's definitely. I don't know if you want to do your final 5. It might be a little
just
weird
do
to remember.
2 more. Sam Howell will easily be 6. And then the last one, I'd have to give it to Justin Herbert just because he was having some he was having a great start of the year. It got a little mediocre, but he was having a great start of the year. But, I mean, they ain't bad. They dogs, for sure.
Super Bowl predictions. Like I said, I want to say we've done this more than once. And I want to say it's been a variation of Niners every time for me as far as NFC is concerned. And AFC I really had it a toss-up between Dolphins, Bills, and Chiefs. But now it's kind of – it's like there's the offenses in the AFC, there's so many really good ones. It's like when you get to the playoffs – I don't even think the defense is going to matter. It's just going to be points from everywhere. Texans can score, Chiefs can score, Bills can score. If the Bills make the playoffs, Dolphins can score. But we've also saw the Dolphins when they've played somebody in their conference or somebody in their division twice. They usually don't do as good on offense the second time around. So maybe it's a thing of if they have a week to prepare for the team in the playoffs, or more than 1 week, then it might be a different story. So I think I'm going to stick with the Niners in the NFC, and it's really a pick with my heart going with the Dolphins because I've always just liked their colors in Madden when I used to use them all the time when they weren't good really when I was playing Madden. But I don't know, Tyreek, Waddle, I mean their offense is super explosive if A-Chain stays healthy. Tua is just a guy that you want to see win. So I'm going to go with the Dolphins. The Chiefs, I just don't feel like they have the weapons to maintain, a game in the playoffs. So when it's probably going to be more of a ground game. And, I mean, they have the defense, but then you flip the coin. You got the Bills. They got all offense and no defense. They lost Tre'Davious White earlier in the season. So I think I'm going to go Dolphins and Niners.
I don't know, bro. For NFC, now that Kyler's back, I mean, you got to go. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, they're 3-10. No, they ain't going to do
There
that.
ain't nothing they can do.
Yeah, but let's see. I would have to say Cowboys. I don't know. Postseason is scary for the Cowboys. You know what I mean? That's their thing. But I don't know. Like every Cowboys fans, this is their year. You know what I mean?
I think we'll figure it out this Sunday. If they lose to the Eagles again, there's no way anybody should have them winning a playoff game.
Yeah, what's crazy about the Eagles, bro? Their defense has been a little, soft.
Both the Cowboys and the Eagles.
Yeah, but the Eagles, they're supposed to have top defense of the whole league, and they're just, I don't know, they've been a little soft recently. But anyways, I would have to say that I'd say probably I had to go with the Cowboys. I mean, that's who I really want to be in there.
Why?
And then I don't know. It's just I just feel like
the Cowboys coming out in him. He's a Cardinals fan, and he's wants the
no,
Cowboys to go
no.
in and stuff. That's just crazy to me.
Well, you got to think. Okay. I definitely, as a Cardinals fan, don't want the 49ers to win it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
I
feel like I like Dak, so I would want Dak to win.
Yeah.
But he's on the Cowboys, so how can I say that I want Dak to win when he's on the Cowboys?
I like Dak, and I don't like anyone on the 49ers. So, I mean, it's just.
You don't like McCaffrey?
No, bro.
What?
Bro, because I didn't pick him up in fantasy.
Oh my!
And now he's going crazy.
This dude's livelihood lives. His love-hate relationship lives on whether he has him on his team or not.
But and then for the AFC, I'd have to go Dolphins, just because I think that might have been my pick as far as last time was the Dolphins, but I'm not sure if it was.
Yeah.
I know I literally picked Tyreek. I remember that. I picked Tyreek for Offensive Player of the Year. And then I said, if it's not him, then it's Waddle.
He probably will win it.
He would definitely win it if he don't win MVP. I'll say
if
that.
he breaks a record, then he'll win it. He might even win MVP.
CJ Stroud, he definitely should win MVP. Nobody else should say anything. Forget Rookie of the Year. No, I don't want to hear that. He should win MVP, bro. CJ Stroud, he is a dog.
If they win enough to make it to the playoffs, if they get 10 wins, then okay, I can.
Yeah, I guess
I can consider that. Yeah, I don't know. I can't put the Cowboys in there with how their defense played against the Niners, and I can't put the Eagles over them with how their defense played against the Niners.
They lost against the Cardinals, bro.
So I just
saw that.
I don't know. I feel like the 49ers defense with Warner there, as long as Warner's playing, their defense is going to be good. So that's just all I got to say about that. And Trevor Lawrence injury, I don't know if y'all saw it. They were playing the Bengals, and Trey Hendrickson was pushing the tackle back, pushed him into the quarterback. The left tackle ended up stepping on Trevor Lawrence's ankle, all 6'6" of him, 300 pounds, stepped back on Trevor Lawrence's ankle. It wasn't as bad as people thought it was going to be, and when I watched it back, I'm like, okay, he stepped on his ankle, but his ankle didn't really bend that far. It almost looked like a hyperextension type of thing. So I think they ended up saying it was like a high ankle sprain or something along those lines. So give them a couple weeks. They should make the playoffs. I don't know how CJ, whatever his name is going to play. But they're in a position to only need to win like 2, maybe 3 more games, and they could make it. So he'll probably be back for the playoffs probably in 2 weeks. But you got anything to comment about Trevor?
I'll tell you what he won't be back for. He won't be back for my playoffs, all right? Because guess what? I'm having to pick up Joshua Dobbs for this week.
You just talked about how good Joshua Dobbs is. Joshua Dobbs in top 10.
No. Here's my thing, though, all right? When it comes to I'm in the playoffs, all right? If I lose, all right, it's over for me. I can't win my $200 on my championship belt again. I can't be the second reigning defending champion. But honestly, I hope he does, feel better, and maybe this will make him stronger and become a top 10 quarterback again. Praying for you.
Yeah, I mean, he has the potential, but he just ain't consistent enough yet. Okay, we kind of already talked about the 49ers blowing out the Eagles. They blown out the Cowboys. They blown out the Eagles. I mean, they have so many weapons on offense, and Debo's not even really a receiver. So, I mean, he's a receiver, but he's not like he has crazy route running. He's just big, physical. He's hard to tackle. You get him in the shallow cross, you get him the ball, and he can take it 90 yards if you wanted to. Same thing with McCaffrey. I mean, Brandon Ayuk, he's probably more the route runner of the group. George Kittle, he can pop off at any moment. So, I mean, there's really no holes on the offense. The offensive line is good. The Eagles, I don't know. Jalen's probably still dealing with some kind of injury. I mean, he's had some, I don't know if it's a hamstring or he's had some kind of injury for a while now. That's probably still affecting him. I mean, if they get up, enough games, he can probably sit the last game of the season, depending on, what it means for the playoff picture, which Cowboys and the Eagles are right there. So whoever wins this game, I think, goes into number one. Eagles could keep it with a win. Cowboys could take it with a win. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on the blowout versus the Eagles?
Bro, you know what I think about that, bro? I think they're both soft teams. Okay, honestly, I think they have.
You know that meme where the guy's like, that's me.
Here's my thing. All right, I know he likes Brock Purdy, right? He likes him, and he doesn't like the disrespect Brock Purdy gets. Okay, but high key, and I understand Brock Purdy can sling that thing.
People want to say that my problem with it is people say he's throwing 5-yard routes, 3-yard routes. Just because he threw one in the game and the dude took it 70 yards, how is that his fault? Gino threw one to DK and he took it 70 yards. He throws, if y'all watch the games, he don't just throw Michael Thomas slants, okay? He throws pocket. He stays in the pocket. He moves around the pocket well. If that was anybody else, if that was Sam Darnold, Trey Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo, they're getting sacked, okay? They're getting sacked. Oh. So the moral of the story is he puts balls in the right spot basically every time. He's had some problems with, putting it in harm's way, but if they don't catch it, it ain't going on the stat sheet, so it ain't got nothing to do with him.
I don't know, dog. To me, Brock Purdy, he's good, but I feel like the only reason the 49ers offensively are good is because their skill positions are just so overpowered compared to the people they play. Like, the Cowboys, bro.
But you can say that about any team.
I don't know. Like,
why are the Eagles good? Well, they have.
All right, why are the Ravens? The Ravens are only good because of Lamar Jackson.
The Ravens
and their defense.
Zay Flowers, Odell is kind of getting better now, but
I don't know.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, the quarterbacks make the team. I mean, that's
how
Brock
Purdy
it always is.
I don't think he makes that team. I think Christian McCaffrey makes that team, and Debo has done a lot the past.
I don't think you can say that with how well they played without Christian McCaffrey.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
there's no doubt that with him here now, the offense is 10 times better because. I mean, they've always had that style of getting a running back that can run and run and catch the ball. But, I mean, obviously he's made them better. Like, nobody's going to say, like, McCaffrey coming in there is not better than whatever running back they're going to have without him in there. But
McCaffrey is the star of that team.
The offense has been good regardless. So,
yeah, the offense is good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like you said, Debo's a dog. You got George Kittle that he's 50. You know what I mean?
What? 50?
No, not years age. I'm talking about like 2K, like he average. You know what I mean?
What?
Bro, there's some games he just doesn't do anything.
That's not his fault though. He's not getting targets.
He don't get targets, but it's like, bro, you know what I mean?
When they need a game, when they need to win a game and nothing's working, that's when they use him.
That's the problem, though. That's the situation.
That's the problem. I can't draft him in fantasy because he's going to give me 4 points one week and 30 the next.
I don't care. I would never pick up George Kittle in fantasy unless it's like, I
should have traded for him. But
I mean, here's my thing. Goddard, I'm so glad that I got Goddard from him because I would pick up Goddard over Kittle any day. And that's just how it is. I mean, given Goddard got hurt.
I had everything just work out perfectly for me so far. So, he traded Pitts for Goddard. I wanted Pitts in.
Swift after week 1.
He dropped Swift. I picked him up, which he only did good for about 3 games. And then it's kind of been like hit or miss. I mean, he might give me 12 and then give me 3. Then 12, and then 3, and then 3, and then so I mean.
Whoa, y'all might ask, Dallas, why in the world would you drop Swift? Okay, number one, I had common enough sense to pick him up in the first place, but when nobody was picking him up. Okay, let's talk about that. Second off, the reason I dropped him is because week 1 he was the starting running back because Gainwell's a little hurt, buddy, but couldn't sit there and play. So I'm thinking, okay, well Swift's going to do good. He's 50, he couldn't do nothing. Bro, he's average. And then next thing I know, I drop him because I'm like, bro, Gainwell, I can pick him up because he's supposed to be starting. And the next thing I know, they're like, oh, no, forget Gainwell.
No, here's what happened. They started the first game, Gainwell was the starter. So then I think that's why you ended up dropping him. But then when you dropped him, they came out and said the next week that Gainwell got hurt or something and wasn't going to play. So then Swift played the second game. He did good. And then that's when they just made him the starter from then on out. I think that's how that happened.
I thought it was, bro. I don't know. From what I remember Swift because I put him in my lineup, I believe, in week 1. I put him in my lineup, and I was like, bro, kid is gonna go off, and then he just doesn't do anything. So I was like, okay, obviously there's no reason if Gainwell's literally because I remember Gainwell was gonna come back, and so then Joey picks Swift up, and next thing I know, Swift goes for 40 points, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing, bro? You're like, you couldn't do that for me? And that's how my whole fantasy has been in that league, given I'm number 3 right now. I'm actually number 3 in both leagues. I dropped from number 2 literally just last week, lost both games, and now I'm number 3 in both leagues. Now I don't get a bye, and now I have to play the freaking playoffs.
I mean, hey, I had Tank Dell early. I dropped him, and then he started going stupid, which he got hurt now.
He done good for me like 2 games, and then he didn't do nothing. So then I had to drop him again. Nico, I kept him the whole time, but there was a while there he was dropping 0, 0, 0. I felt like it was a donut shop. The man just didn't do nothing for me.
Yeah, the weeks that I've lost, that's been why. I mean, I've had people just get injured, and then it's just lost me the week. But
Waller?
other than that, I mean,
I got Waller and Goddard. Next thing I know, I'm literally my injury
Waller,
result.
I just couldn't. There's no way I would have picked up Waller.
It wasn't even a pickup. I traded for him. I think I traded some butt can for him, and I got Waller. And he actually did good one week. He did crazy one week. But
well, I'm probably gonna fall apart because Dawson Knox is about to come back. So depending on how they use Kincaid now, that could fold me going into the future. If they start using two tight end sets, because I mean Dawson's a better blocker, so I don't see them putting Kincaid in over Knox when they need a block. So I don't know. I'm in a weird spot. I still got Pitts, but I mean you just never know with him. So
yeah, I got a sexy team. My running kind of like him. My running backs are just like what in the world?
Yeah, you just don't know what you're gonna get from them.
Yeah, like what in the world? I got C.J. Stroud and Dak. It's a 2-quarterback league. I got C.J. Stroud, Dak, and then I had the Bills defense, which has honestly gone off a little bit. You know what I mean? And then I had the kicker, Jake. What's his name?
Jake Elliott.
Yeah, I had kicker him, and then I had. You know what? It don't matter. Jamar Chase and Keenan Allen. I had Dallas Goedert. and I don't even remember.
Bro, I literally dropped Dallas's defense, and that dude picked it up when they're literally about to play the Eagles, and he has it in his lineup. They're not going to get any points, dude. They're literally – the Eagles are scoring at least 14, so Dallas's defense is going to give you maybe 3 points. Like,
Bro,
what are you thinking?
They just
and
pick up.
they literally play the Dolphins the next week, and then they play the Bills. They play the Bills and the Dolphins the next 2 weeks. There's literally no reason to have them for the next 3 weeks.
Here's what he could have been thinking. Now, he is dumb because I still wouldn't take that risk. But Dolphins and Bills are both inconsistent with how they play sometimes. Sometimes they
there's
do be.
no way they're not scoring at least 14.
I mean, they might score 14, but then again, there might be, some fumbles, some interceptions.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Josh Allen ain't going out like that. He ain't going out with 14.
Josh Allen
ain't going out with 14 on the board. I'll tell you that much. They might lose by 14.
Josh Allen is the most inconsistent quarterback.
He's second or third in fantasy points.
He could be second or third, but
that's all you care about.
No, I don't care about fantasy points. I also care about just the game. You know what I mean?
Either way, more of what I'm trying to get at, the Bills ain't going to go out scoring 14, okay? They might lose by 14, but they're going to score at least 21.
Clip this, Joey. I just want to see what they – I'm not saying that
Dolphins, or Bills, Cowboys, mark it on your calendars. Bills are winning.
I'm not sitting here saying that they won't. I just want this clip so that way I just remember. But
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Honestly, Bills, Cowboys. You know what? Martians had the death beam on the moon, bro. Give me Dak Prescott. All right. Who cares about some Josh Allen? Give me Dak Prescott. Give me CD. Give me what's that other receiver? Gallup. Give me Gallup.
You don't want Gallup?
Give me Gallup.
Brandon Cooks.
You know what I mean? Give me
Brandon Cooks. Jalen Tolbert.
Give me the most underperforming running back that I thought was going to pop off.
Austin Eckler.
No. Yes, but no. I thought Tony Pollard was going to go crazy.
I did too. I thought he was going to have a good season.
He's had a mediocre season. He ain't been bad, but it's just like, bro, I thought
if you combine all his points just from him playing versus Aaron Jones, who I put in 5 times and he gets hurt every week, he's more than him. So.
Bro.
Aaron Jones
Ezekiel Elliott went off last night. I'm so glad I put him. Cooper Kupp, bro. Matthew Stafford, bro. I respect you for the Georgia stuff. Okay, I respect you for the
Cooper ain't been getting
Lions
open. That's
stuff.
on him,
bro. Cooper don't need to get open. Cooper just needs the ball
needs
placed.
to get open.
He
Right?
just needs the
He's
ball
not-
placed
he's
in
not
his hand.
100%.
He just needs the ball placed in his hands. And Matthew Stafford, you and this Puka Nakua, I'm tired of that stuff. All
If
right?
they make it to the playoffs, y'all better watch out.
Yeah, I'm saying
Something.
cut Puka. All right, cut
What?
him, bro. I need Cooper to get catches. Okay, I'm in the playoffs. Okay, this is $200 riding on me and a championship belt and a
Listen,
championship
Matthew,
ring.
Don't
And
worry about it. Don't
Bro.
worry about it, sweetheart.
Puka, if you're watching this, bro, you hear me? You stay out.
And we pretty much covered everything. Is there anything else that we should talk about?
James Harden, I would just like to say, I'm so glad you're on the team now. I know everybody was hating on you because they were like, "Oh my God, the first 4 games y'all lost." Blah,
Or
blah,
y'all
blah,
been
blah.
winning?
Bro, we ain't
can't
been bad. No, y'all didn't Trey Young just have like a 40?
He's had good games every game, but
Yeah, exactly. So, hey, it's only going to go up from here, all right?
he can't score anymore. He can only score 35 points so many games in a row.
I'm just saying it's only going to go up from here.
Well, our forward got hurt in the first week, so
Victor, I mean, you've been
balling.
all right.
He's been balling. He's been dunking on people somehow. Not even really dunking on. He's been dunking over them. He ain't really been dunking on them. Been dunking over them. They can't even contest.
Bro, if I was 7'4" and not a fat elephant, I would be dunking on people. Okay?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Victor, he been all right. Chet, like I said, overhyped. Let's see who else. Clay, I hate all the hate on Clay because everybody's saying, "Oh, he washed. Oh, I want to give Clay the ball with the last shot." Bro, he literally just hit a game winner like the second week of the NBA freaking season, bro. It's crazy to me. Like people are like, "Oh, I want to give the ball." Bro, Clay.
You're not
literally,
gonna find somebody better than him, regardless.
You're not. You picked up Chris Paul. And dropped
Which
Jordan
I think that's
Poole.
fine.
With some of these clips, I don't even watch the Wizards game because I don't want to see him. I don't want to watch that. He's crazy. He's crazy. Him and Kyle Kuzma, they're crazy.
Get Kyle, save Kyle, man. Get Kyle out of there, man.
Get-
We'll take him. We'll take him.
blow up the team, bro. No more Washington.
There ain't no blowing up the team. There's nothing to blow up. There's not a team there.
No more Washington. Let's trade it. Make it the Jamboree Wizards. I don't know, bro, but no more of that team. We don't need that. They're nothing. Who else? Oh, the Thunder. You talked about that. Thunder been going crazy.
Yeah,
because
they've
that
been Thunder,
Oh, yeah.
Magic. I mean, the Magic being up there is what's ridiculous to me, which I don't know if they've played a lot of good teams yet. I mean, they're like top 3 right now. Hawks are like
I think they only have
9.
like 3 losses or something like that.
I mean, the Western Conference is crazy too. I mean, you got good teams not even in the playoff picture, which obviously is really, really early in the season. But
Yeah.
like you got teams, Lakers, Warriors are like not even in the top 8 right now.
Ooh, the Pacers
I
have
mean,
been going crazy.
You
dog.
got teams that are just the NBA is really even, I guess I would say right now. Like the teams that aren't in are like teams that you would think would be in, and the teams that you think wouldn't be in are in. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Like the Mavericks are 6 right now or something like that. Like
So
what? Luka? That's crazy, bro. I see him going to the finals. I ain't gonna cap. Forget everybody else, bro.
as long as Kyrie Irving is on that team, they will not go deep into the playoffs.
clip this.
They cannot coexist.
I don't know, bro. Luka is just so inspirational, man. I just can't with him. He's just. If I had Luka's game and I was as tall as Luka and I looked like Luka and I
If you
played
were
like
Luka,
Luka,
yeah, you would be Luka.
yeah, I would be a dog in the gym, bro. I would.
If I was Trey Young and I looked like Trey Young and I had Trey Young's skill, I would be Trey Young.
Bro, Luka would still be Trey Young in a one-on-one.
What?
Luka would be. Luka
With
would.
a ref, Trey Young versus Luka, nah, man.
Trey Young, he might be fast, but like, bro, Luka is locking that up and just putting him in the
Luka
post.
playing defense. Do you even realize what you're saying?
He gonna play better defense than freaking Trey Young.
Nah.
Wait, what did Trey Young gonna do? Devin Booker, don't forget, bro. Me and you still got bad terms, bro. Me, you, and Dame.
You got bad terms with him, but he don't care about you. That's the difference.
Bro,
That's the difference.
he will. He will. Once.
All right, if he ever goes to a game, you're going to have to escort him out.
Yeah, y'all gonna do that. I mean, we ain't gonna fight, but I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell Dame, I'm gonna tell both of y'all, hey, bro, you know what? I'm gonna buy tickets to just a Phoenix Bucks game, just so that way I could just hate on both of y'all.
Yeah, he can get them both out of the way.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's pretty much going to do it for the podcast. Champ Daly has a channel now. Go check it out. YouTube, Champ Daly, 2K content. Let him know what he needs to do better. Let him know what he's doing good. Let him know if you need a webcam. Just hit him up, see what he's got going on the channel.
Let me know if I'm washed.
yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast. We'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.